Okay, guys, it's your girl Fab, and today we're gonna play Unpopular Opinions, Nigerian American Edition.
Hey, what's up, Nana?
Someone is calling you. Peasant day call your phone.
Let me start off by giving my definition of Nigerian American. In my personal case, it is that person that is American born, and I grew up in a Nigerian household, and by that I mean by two parents who were born and raised in Nigeria all their life and came here as immigrants and then raised me. Because I know people will have varying definitions of what Nigerian American is, and that's cool. I just wanted to clearly define what mine were because I grew up in a household that was very proud to be Nigerian. Grew up with the indoctrination and the mindset of two Nigerian bred parents who happened to actually go to high school together, but that's a whole nother story time. In a household of one of five children, the middle child, who grew up knowing that where I'm from is not to be forgotten ever. Completely 100% proud. So with that said, let's get into it. Unpopular opinion, Nigerian American edition number 1 is that we want to go home. And by home, I mean back to Nigeria, obviously. It's unpopular because the popular opinion is that we don't have any interest in back home. And that just is not true. Like, it's not true. At least not in my household, at least not in my personal opinion and experience. I've always had interest in going back home. It's just been a matter of linking up with the right trustworthy family and friends and crew in order to do that. That's all it's ever been about. It's never been about self-hatred in any way, shape, or form. I've always been 100% proud, but I always get caught with the line at the family gatherings or the parties. You don't have interest? I have interest, okay? I've always had interest, but it's always that. You're always being confronted about not having interest about back home. But my interest is A1, and anyone who knows me knows that. Unpopular opinion number 2, Nigerian American edition. We don't want to date or be with our own, as in date other Nigerian Americans or be with or end up with or spend life with other Nigerian Americans or Nigerians for that matter. It just isn't true. Now, there's a lot of stigma, stereotypes, and this conversation can go on and on and on and on because it's about dating and relationships, and that topic is always hot, but it's just not true. But there's a lot of interesting barriers, and that's just a deep conversation, and you know what I mean. We definitely want our own. We definitely want to continue to build a legacy in the diaspora. We always have. I know many, 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 many people who are proud to do that. I'm one of them. That has been a crutch of mine, but that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother video that I will definitely get into. Trust me. But yeah, we definitely want our own. That's an unpopular opinion because it just, at times, it may seem like the popular opinion is that we want to be out in these streets, out in the diaspora, mixing with everybody else, which there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. I have nothing wrong with that. If that's your preference, if that's your choice, if that's what ends up being your life experience. But we are proud. We are proud to continue our legacies. We are proud to be with and get to know our own. And I don't know where anyone would have a perspective that that's not the case. Unpopular opinion number 3, Nigerian American edition. We don't defend our culture. That can be more far from the truth. Like, this ain't the 80s. It's 2021. We're proud as I don't know what. I don't even know another group that's more proud of us. Oh, I mean, Jamaicans are close. Caribbeans, people are close. But it's the same kind of effect anyway because we're all the same anyway. Like, we are so proud. So for anyone to think that we wouldn't defend our culture if it presented itself in arguments or conversations, whether in school or just at parties or just in any case or scenario, that is just not true. We love our culture. We love our food. We love our dance. We love our music. We love our skin tones. We love everything about us. And we are pretty honest about the flaws we have too. Ain't nobody hiding. It's 2021. But as far as not defending our cultures, please, that just ain't it. Okay, this one is number 4, and it's going to be controversial, and it's going to be a topic of argument because I know people are going to have a problem with it because I'm actually going to agree with this one. Number 4, Unpopular Opinion Edition, Nigerian American Edition. We think we're better than other groups. And I know the way I said it is loaded, but it speaks to our pride that can borderline be arrogant at times. And I just think it comes off the wrong way because we are a very, very, very large group of people in our country, on the continent of Africa, as well as in the diaspora. So it seems as though we always overtake a situation, and that can come off really, really cocky because we have a lot of energy to defend our culture and be proud. And so it comes off arrogant. It comes off way arrogant. And I won't even lie in saying that when it comes to the whole idea that we think we're better than other groups, I think on some level that we actually really do think we're better than other groups. Is it true? No, because in reality, we all have our greatness and we all have our flaws. We surely have our flaws. But the general consensus of like pride, bordering arrogance, yeah, it's going to present itself at every function, community affair, party, town meeting. It is what it is. I actually agree with that unpopular opinion. Not personally believing that we're better than other groups, but I believe that is like a collective feeling. Now, look, you can argue with me. You can say I'm wrong, but those who know is what I feel about that one. So argue in the comments. I'm here for it. Number 5, we still see hope. We still see hope for our country. Now, the caveat to that one is that, do we see it in our lifetime? I don't know. But we still see hope for our country. And we feel as though, and maybe I'm speaking for more people than I should be speaking for, being as though there's like 200 million people in the country of Nigeria. But we see hope. Might not be in our lifetime, but we still see it. And we feel like it's going to have to be God himself. It's going to have to be God himself that comes down and saves our country when it comes to the types of things that we deal with when it comes to our country. And you see me claiming Nigeria because that's how deep it is for me. I was born in the Bronx, New York. I was raised in the U.S. And I claim it because it is where I'm from. I don't really see no separation. Even when asked questions about being Nigerian or how Nigerian I am from my own people, I still answer appropriately. Yeah, I was raised here, but my indoctrination is mixed. So, yeah, that's my number 5. Like, yeah, I'll elaborate on that one a little later, but that's my number 5 for now. Number 6. We Nigerian Americans do not want to speak our native language. We don't want to speak it. Does that even sound okay? Why wouldn't we want to speak it? And I'm just speaking from someone who unfortunately does not speak it fluently. Yeah, that's a little secret of mine that I normally keep on the hush hush. Because, I want people to think things. I want people to have the perspectives I want them to have of me, which we all do to some degree. So people can say whatever they want. we not wanting to speak our language. Like, why wouldn't we? Of course we do. But we have no control over our parents who may have stopped speaking it to us in our households growing up, wherever that is. It was literally up to them to make that decision on whether they wanted to keep it fluent up in the house, and they chose not to. Yet later on, they compare us to, our Spanish, Chinese, German, wherever you're from, counterparts all day long, stating that they speak their languages in their households. Well, whose responsibility was that? I'm just saying. You had the control, weren't you not the parent? I mean, come on. But yeah, that's just, come on. It's false. It would make my life a lot easier, for goodness sake. It would make a lot of our lives a lot easier. And it's a little kept secret for a lot of us, that don't actually speak it fluently. But completely understand it, by the way, just FYI, just in case you try it. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. So those are just a few right now of Unpopular Opinions, Nigerian American edition. I'll be sure to continue this one because this is my life. With that said, that's all for now. I'm about to head out with a friend to have a safe get together. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so now. Subscribe. Like my videos. If you enjoyed it, like it. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at FabFola. And comment. What else do you want to see? What other unpopular opinion videos do you want to see? What other topics do you want me to talk about? Let me know so I can get it done. So that's your girl Fab signing off until our next video. Bye.